Shalom, 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 Israel and the strangers amongst us. Y'all see what's on the screen? Yeah, that part. We can't let them distract us. We got to continue to research. Let's continue down this rabbit hole.
The law of the land is the law of the culture that lives on the land. It's different in every country. You can do things in America you can't do in Russia. You can do things in Africa you can't do in England. There is a higher law that dominates the entire world. It's called the law of the water. The law of water is referred to as the law of money. And anytime you're doing banking or using money, you are now under the law of water, maritime admiralty. Let me give an example of the difference between the law of water and the law of the land. The Statue of Liberty must be put in water. It could not be put on American land as such, because it's not the Statue of Freedom. It's a Statue of Liberty. Liberty is what a sailor gets when he pulls into port on a ship. He gets liberty. He's not free. So America is not the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're not free or brave, period. Now let me give you an example of how this law of the water works. Why is it that you have to go to court? You go to court because you play basketball and tennis on a court. What's the idea of going to court? It's a game. The whole idea in a court is to put the ball back in the other guy's court. One team gets up and they throw the ball over to that team of lawyers. That team gets up and throws the ball back into their court. And the judge is wearing a black robe, so he is the referee. Doesn't care which side wins or loses because he's going to get paid anyway. The judge rules from the bench. The word bench in Latin is a bank. Therefore, the judge rules for the bank. You find banks on both sides of a river. They're called river banks. And what does a river bank do? It directs the flow of the current. See, your money is currency because it's the flow, the cash flow.
I'm not allowed to say certain things, but this is how they hide everything. So if you want to understand what you are, where we are, this ebook will literally unveil that to you.
Y'all know the routine. Go check out his page and get that book if you can so you can learn more. But check this out.
A lady by the name of Edna in Cary, North Carolina. And she states that she has heard her friends mention that the Federal Reserve System is a privately owned system, and she would like for you to expound on that, and she says she'll be listening in.
All right. The Federal Reserve System is indeed a privately owned system. It is masquerading under the title Federal Reserve System. And by giving it the title, a false title, federal, naturally the public, the masses, the ignorant, believe that this is something owned by the federal government. And there's absolutely no correlation whatsoever. And the fact that it is privately owned, then and hiding under the title federal, it means the people that own it have something to hide. And what they have to hide is that they control the destiny of the people in this country. And they not only control the destiny of the people, they control the government itself. Because the government exists two ways. One, out of the pockets of the people as a parasite. The government is an absolute parasite, living out of the pockets of the people called taxes. Now, taxation of the citizens is unconstitutional. It is absolutely forbidden by the Constitution.
Now we gotta go research everything about the Constitution, the treaty. Yo, this ain't the time to get distracted. It's the time to study.
The Federal Reserve ain't even owned by the government. Who is this congressman? Fortune 500s be funding the Democrats and Republicans. You in trouble. In case you was wondering.
Yeah, that part. Shalom, shalom.